Hello Leo, how are you? Welcome to your March 2017 love reading. For those of you who follow me, I am doing something a little different this month. I'm going to be separating the love reading from the general reading, so you'll get two separate ones, two separate videos, I mean. I'm going to be doing more in-depth readings for each category. So this is going to be your love reading, all right? So let's go ahead and get started. Leo love reading for March 2017. Whoops. Okay. Here we go, Leo. Love energies for March 2017. Queen of Pentacles. Okay. Well, Leo, starting in the center with the Queen of Pentacles, seems to me, and I don't really know why I'm getting this vibe, but I'm kind of feeling as though you are feeling very, I'll use the word romantic, feeling very much either ready for love or feeling like you're ready to give a lot of love and ready for anything, really. Whatever the universe has to really offer you, you are ready. Now, I'm seeing an energy coming out as the Knights here. Knight of Wands and the Knight of Pentacles, Knight of Wands reversed. You might be dealing with someone who is a little more immature than you, okay, or someone that is more youthful in nature and probably a lot less ready and a lot less capable. Well, not capable, but just like there's a lot of obligation. Whatever it is you're asking, whatever it is you're needing, there's a lot of obligation. And I feel that this person is not quite up for the task, at least not now. They are still building their own personal reservoir of whatever, confidence, self-esteem, life experiences, things that make them a whole person. In a way, they are kind of still growing up. And I don't care what age they are. They could be 15 or they could be 85. And there's still another level of growth that can always be had. And for some reason, I'm getting the vibe that you're kind of one step ahead of them. A little bit more prepared, a little bit more ready and primed. They are very slow moving, very cautious, very wary, and selfish. Knight of Wands reversed. Selfish. They have their own agenda for life, their own idea of what they want their life to be. And that's what they're doing. So if you are married, this can be incredibly frustrating. It can be frustrating, but it can also be very healthy for your relationship as well, because it does mean that they are at least taking the time to grow and expand and to become more well-rounded people, or, to become more capable. But Leo, you have to understand that you do have very high standards. I have my Venus in Leo, and there's something about this ideal, right? When it comes to love, this like finding and maintaining this perfect connection all the time. And while you accept people's shortcomings, you're human, they're human, you understand that. It's just like there's a drive in you that wants love to never falter, to never waver. And then the moment that it starts wavering, you start freaking out and saying, like, what's wrong? What's wrong with me? What's wrong with you? And it gets over projected. There's a little bit of exaggeration. Okay, and I'm wondering if you aren't feeling troubled in some way because of the behavior or lack of movement from your partner or the person that you're interested in, person that you're dating. I don't see incredibly romantic cards here. So for me, even though you might be feeling very romantic and you might be feeling ready for that, the overall vibe is, and you can still be together, but they are operating at a different pace, a different level, and they're kind of in their own world up here. Whereas you are freaking out a little bit and saying, like, oh my gosh, what's going on? Well, the good news is you have the Death card, and I love the Death card. I kind of, I was joking with one of my privates the other day, and I was like, I'm just going to change the name of this to like Father Time, because to me it's not death really per se. It's more just an indication that you have to wait, and that time really heals all wounds. Time is the vehicle through which we progress. And, and you are having to be extremely patient and understanding towards your partner and the person that you're interested in, and accept the fact that they are totally in a different place. It's up to you if you want to wait. Waiting is an incredible and awesome responsibility. And I see the weight of that responsibility on your shoulders. There may be miscommunications here as well. You might even kind of be dealing with a little bit of it might feel as though you're dealing with a little bit of a split personality even. Where they're extremely cautious one moment and like, no, I'm not ready and blah, blah, blah. And then the next moment they're like, at least they're communicating, and then the next minute they disappear, and they're kind of in and out and back and forth, and they're kind of flipping between this Pentacle energy and this fire energy. But you are an incredibly stable Earth quality right now, which is good. All the energies, all the earth, fire, air, water, they're all good. Okay. But you are like the mountain, you are the rock, you are the stable one right now. Please have faith that things will turn around. This lack of communication and even lack of creativity. This is a person that is afraid to even discuss solutions or discuss the possibility of finding another way. This is someone that is so, in a way, confused and so, like, they just have such a lack of direction, really. The only reason I'm saying that is because the Knight of Wands is in the reversal. If he wasn't in the reversal, I might not say that, but he's, I say he or she, they are a little misguided. And talking about it is tough, and they'll probably get very defensive. What they're going through is frustrating for them because they feel lost and they feel not good enough. They're trying to maintain their pride. They're trying to maintain their sense of individuality while not losing you at the same time, and while not also alienating you and not ruining everything, but they really are just going through something, you know? And if you were to try to talk about it, it will kind of fall on deaf ears. They have an ego about them. They'll probably throw that, well, you don't understand, you've never been there, I don't know how to explain it, this type of arguing that's not productive and doesn't really help. So this is just a matter of extreme patience and understanding as opposed to talking about it. As much as I advocate for talking, you can't always control the other person's, the way they communicate back to you. But the promising is the world and the cycles, as time passes. Now, unfortunately, death can indicate significantly prolonged periods of time. I've been known to say death is one of those phases in your life where you don't really know it's over until you look back and you realize that you made it through. But when you're in the thick of it, it's so hard to see your way out. It's so hard to find a definitive ending. For some of you who are going through, it's like waiting for a teenager to grow out of the I hate you mom phase. It's like that. Like when, how are you supposed to know how that happens or when that shift? You don't really see that until you're on that other side. And it can be a long time, especially when it's coupled with the Knight of Pentacles, which is a very, very slow person, also stubborn. Someone who doesn't really embrace this change that they're going through, who doesn't embrace this growing up. They don't understand that they're maturing. They don't understand that they are progressing as a human being. So they are kind of fighting it because they're kind of clinging to this freedom, this free spirit, this no obligations, no strings attached type of, who they used to be. And now they have someone that loves them, that relies upon them, that cares for them, and they have to reciprocate, and it's freaking them out. I'm not seeing frazzled energies. It's mostly internal, I suspect. You are understanding what's going on. You're looking at them and being like, hello, what about me? What about our relationship? What about what I mean? What about what we were building together? And you feeling very lost and very confused and unable to see where this is all going. But have faith. Have faith that this phase will end. If this is the one you want to be with forever, have faith that it will come to a close. You may need to work. You may need to have patience. You may need to exhibit a lot of understanding. And it's not going to be easy, but it is always worth it with the Ten of Wands. It is always, always worth it because you are building a home. Okay? In this one, he's building a castle, or he's taking these wands somewhere where they have good use. The struggle is worth it. I'm reading a book, and they talk about Buddha. I'm not so familiar with Buddha and his teachings, so forgive me if I totally butcher this, but I remember them talking about how he says that life is just suffering. That's what life is. It's suffering. You have a child, it's hard. You build a business, it's hard. You have a death in the family, it's hard. And it feels sometimes like it's one constant struggle after another. But it is these struggles that when you're on your deathbed that you look back, and those are really the things that made life worth it, you know? Oh God, there's the rooster again. I'm trying so hard to record these videos where there's no rooster, so I apologize. Everyone keeps saying, it's the year of the rooster, it's the year of the rooster. Yeah, well, doesn't mean that I don't very much dislike them. They're mean. Those roosters out there, they're mean. Okay. Leo. King of Swords. Your partner is working against themselves. They are working and not willing to make the next steps. And I feel like it is infuriating for you. They are working, like I said, they're working against themselves. And this Tower indicates something, you know, emotional and very dramatic happening. Maybe there was an instance with, you know, a conversation that you had. Maybe some of you broke up. Maybe some of you have taken a separation, or some of you have, you know, like needed a break. And I don't know why I'm seeing like a break, but I'm seeing a lot of you losing patience and being like, oh, like I thought this is what you wanted. I thought we were on the same page with this. And now that we're getting to that line, now that we're getting to that point, now you're pulling out. Now you're saying you don't want this. Like, what happened? I'm getting a cowardly vibe from this person here, not willing or not ready to pull the trigger. And it is kind of putting you on this defensive and maybe even a little bit aggressive. You have this beautiful underlying, so don't forget about her. She's, you know, nurturing, caring, loving, but maybe you've been pushed so far that now you're starting to get angry. Now you're starting to like, because you don't understand, and you really wanted something good, and you were working towards something. They were working for something, and it was the same thing, and now all of a sudden not. Why not? You know, and so it's very frustrating. I feel like your partner is longing for good times and, you know, things that are easy. They're not ready to do the work, you know, they're not ready to be tied down or to, honestly, advice for you, Leo, just do you. Just be you. Okay? And for some of you, that's going to be really, really hard to figure out how you're going to be able to do that emotionally and mentally, to not worry about this other person. It's not in your nature. I know you're a very caring person. I know that you love this person and you don't want to give up. Okay? But use any sense of frustration and anger in productive ways. Find creative outlets, find new passion, you know, because this really truly is a situation that you cannot control. You cannot force someone to be ready. You cannot push them. You cannot pressure them, because the more and more you do, the deeper and deeper and more severe this Tower is going to get. Okay? And the more dramatic it's going to be. If this isn't the relationship for you, then it's not the relationship for you. But if you really truly love this person, stand down, put your sword away. This is not a battle. You are not at war, okay? You are in love and you have a bigger picture at play. I feel like through this, there will be something new that comes out of it for your partner. You might need to take a couple steps back in order for them to want to take a couple steps forward. Maybe you're moving too fast, maybe you're moving too aggressively, and they just are longing for the good times again when it wasn't all so serious. It's a very serious vibe I'm picking up from you. It's kind of like ultimatum style, like marry me or we're done. Well, okay. Be prepared for it to be done then. Don't dish out an ultimatum if you're not prepared for the worst option. Relax. Relax. I know you're not getting what you want, but you have so much to offer in love and life, and use this break, like I say, in some creative outlet. Produce something out of it, channel the energy into something good. Conversation now might be, and again, we're getting 2 cards that indicate superficial conversation. Superficial conversation, you're not addressing the issue. The harder you try to push this issue, the more and more less likely they are to move forward. So please, and I'm not saying to wait forever. Again, you're going to have to make up your own mind on this, but I see how annoyed you are, how frustrated and angry you probably are as well, because you are so ready. You have reached this 9 of Pentacles and you're ready to take it to the 10. From the 9 to the 10. Again, from the 9 to the 10. You are maybe missing the beauty of what could be. I'm seeing this here. Here's the moon. And I always say the moon in this card is, celestial guidance. You have angels and celestial entities watching over you, and as blind and confused as you may feel, they won't let you falter. They're not going to let you fail. And there will be some opportunity for something that comes in. If you channel your focus towards something productive, something creative, something that could even generate income for some of you, right? You will see reward from that. It will pull the attention and the focus away from this. Allow enough space for your partner to process and to figure out what the heck they're doing, because you don't know and they don't even know, so how are you supposed to know? Protect yourself, protect your world. Don't let your life go waiting around for someone. I feel that they will come around. I feel that they will straighten things out. But they're going through something dramatic. They're going through something internally. They're very confused. And again, they're maturing. They're just growing up. They don't get it. They don't realize. They don't realize what they're maybe losing or throwing away. But if you start going Hulk on this person, you're definitely going to drive them away. No amount of talking is not productive right now. I don't know why, but conversations will not get you where you want to be. Just shift your focus. Don't worry. Pull it all in. Keep your head down. Do what you got to do. Start new projects. Start volunteering. Start dedicating your energy toward the greater good of humanity. And I know that sounds like, whoa, but seriously, the greater good of humanity. Volunteer at the animal shelter. Go volunteer at the soup kitchen. Do things, if you're an artist, create art. set up a new show somewhere, put effort into your craft. You will see fruits of your labor while they're figuring things out. I really think they will come around. I really, really do. I'm not seeing that specifically here. I'm just getting a vibe from it. Okay? So, I don't know. It's not gonna be hard if you can like master this part of it. It's not gonna be hard, and you won't feel so confused about love and everything. Just know that you are ready. Know that you have a partner that's going through something and that they need to figure it out. They need to straighten things out, but they're not going anywhere as long as you don't go anywhere. And just do your own thing. If you need a break, take a break. It's fine. Take a break and just like relax. Just relax. Okay? Okay, I'm gonna let you go with that. I hope you like this new format, Leo. I really do. Please feel free to comment down below. And that's it. I will see you next month. Thanks. Bye.